revivalhouse.net, and the Revival House Network presents. It's a BTM commentary. We're going to do fucking Night of the Demons. We're almost closing in on our Edward Furlong exploitation. We still got a few yet to go. But this one we've been talking about for literally 5 years. I think this one's come up in conversation so many times, like between Riverman and even Zach here.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Let me start off by saying, obviously, Zach's here. He makes himself known pretty easily, does You know how he does that? It's like I can't even get a word out. He's like, "I'm here, motherfucker, what's up?" So Zach's always here. I don't even have to introduce him anymore. We got R-rated horror channel alumni, Josh James.
What's up?
Alumni is if you guys have like a shit ton of people. But yeah, we're excited. And I'm excited because I think we're going to differ on this a little bit. I saw this movie in 2012. It's been about 6 years. And
It's 6 years since this came out. That's the last time I watched it too.
yeah, I watched it in 2012 because I remember because I was in Omaha, Nebraska, where Riverman was. And it was streaming on Netflix or something at the time, and I watched it, and I wanted to hate it completely because even 6 years ago, that was kind of in remakes were all over the fucking place. I've hated this remake trend is still not dead, which blows me away.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember the remake thing; it was like what in 2004, it was like hitting a high, and I'm like, all right, I can't wait till this is done. Here we are 14, 15 years later, and it's just still all Hollywood wants to do. So when this movie came out, I really didn't want anything to do with it. I thought it was going to suck. You see Shannon Elizabeth on it.
Fuck
like,
yeah.
I'm saying it's like, okay, this is going to be shit. And no offense to Edward Furlong, you see him on it circa 2009. You're like, okay. He was doing like the Zombie King around these times, right? It's like, how good could it be? But I have to say, I was actually pleasantly surprised in the fact. I think it's because I set my standards so low. I don't think it's horrible. But Josh James, you said you don't like it.
Josh James watched it last night for the first time. What'd you think?
Yeah, I watched it throughout the whole day because I had to break it down to like 3 or 4 viewings to get through it.
It's one of those.
This is a direct to DVD fucking turd in a box, dude. This movie. This movie is definitely like a nail in the coffin of every actor's career. Like, Shannon Elizabeth and who's the Jason versus Freddy chick, Keenan.
Monica Keenan.
Yeah, Monica Keenan, and of course the Furlong. I don't think this helped his career at all either. But I see the thing is I'm pretty biased because I love the original so much. But
we do too though, because Zach, you like this remake, right?
I think it's okay. I don't love it or hate it.
That's me. What I've only seen it once though. I'm looking forward to, and I have not watched it since. So it's not fresh in my mind like it is to Josh. So I might hate it. Who knows? But
I might too. But I remember when I watched it, I thought, man, this is better than the third movie in the series.
Yeah, it's like I had a little bit of a relief. Like I've seen worse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like this isn't that bad.
Yeah, I mean, it could be better with people. I think just watching it by myself on my laptop was just really, really boring. It doesn't really bring anything interesting, and it's very like dated, feels like, for the time. But who knows, man? I mean, I'm not saying it's the worst thing ever. It's definitely not as bad as that Abomination that you guys did the last Furlong. What was it called again? Zombie King. Yeah,
that's bad.
It's not on that scale of terrible, but it's definitely nothing.
You should have watched it with a jar of Vaseline and an erection. That's how Zach enjoys all his shit movies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
well, at least it does have Shannon Elizabeth in there with. Still hanging on to her looks,
Okay.
And Diora Baird. She's hot too.
Let's get into it. We're keeping everybody waiting. They want to see what we're talking about if you haven't seen it. But I guess this is a DVD rip, Zach.
I think, yeah. Apparently the Blu-ray rip or the Blu-ray version is a little longer. We have an hour and 28 minutes version.
Okay. And we're just zeroed out, and like once we push play, it's like a second, not even 2 seconds, and then the production company logo comes up, which is what again?
I forgot. Something I never heard of.
7 Arts or something?
7 Arts, something like that. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do it on a 3, 2, 1 count. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, play.
Hell yeah!
More like 7 Sharts, probably.
7 Art. Oh,
7 Sharts.
I had a friend. You said this was a turd in a box. I had a friend that shit in a Pringles can once.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he's like, "Here, you want some Pringles, buddy?"
Oh no!
He was giving it to other kids, like, "Hey, you want a Pringle?" And they'd open it up, and there's like a shit in there.
That's like Tom Green. He used to put the turd on the microphone to go interview people.
Yeah.
I bet that actually be harder to do than you'd think, like shitting in a Pringles can.
Yeah.
You know, unless you get a nice solid log, and then it'd probably be all right. But so this is, first of all, the first thing I thought, I don't know, maybe you thought this too. Terrible way to open a movie with this like pseudo vintage movie reel thing.
They should have done it more like the original did, where some character tells the story. I think that's better than just showing something like this.
Yeah.
Do you how good's your memory, Zach? So we both saw it about 6 years ago and haven't watched it since. I don't remember much about it, to be honest with you. Do you remember like this part?
Yeah. I remember like my biggest gripe with it was that, I don't know, close to the third act of the movie, they just get locked in a room and they spend like 5 minutes there.
Oh, yeah, dude. That really fucking put the skids on the movie in terms of the flow. You know?
Look at that CG. That wasn't good.
No,
Is this at a convention?
This literally looks like it was. Yeah, I was gonna say it literally looks like it was shot on a GoPro at a fucking horror con or something.
Yeah. Oh, I take it back. I hate this movie.
we're gonna ruin it for Zach, man.
Riverman likes it too, which is weird. I mean, like, I don't know. He's a total cynic too.
Yeah,
it's the furlong factor.
It's the furlong factor, and the fact that I still bet it's, even on a second viewing, it's not as bad as it could be. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a lot of really shitty horror sequels out there.
That was a weird opening anyway. Why do we even need that?
It's dumb. It didn't really set a good tone.
It didn't.
Oh, I thought that was Fear Factory playing.
Fear Factory action.
The whole time I was watching this, I was thinking to myself, like, there's something very Scooby-Doo about this fucking movie, man. You know?
The Scooby-Doo movie.
And I'm not looking for fucking Scooby-Doo in a fucking horror movie, especially not a Night of the Demons remake.
They should have put that Velma chick in it. I would have came.
Yeah,
Linda, right. Whatever her name is.
Jinkies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So she's sending out the party invite as an Evite.
See, this is Diora Bear. She's hot. She disappeared after this movie too. She was in what's it called? Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning.
Oh yeah, she's definitely hotter than Shannon Elizabeth.
She's got
movie,
like
probably.
fucking.
I agree.
She's got amazing tits.
See, I couldn't even. This is how it blows me away how good your memory is, Zach. My memory is shit. Like I maybe it also depends on the impact of the movie. I forgot Monica Keena was in this.
Look how bad she looks.
She's very forgettable. Yeah, she does look bad in this.
Like whatever makeup they got on her makes her look worse.
Will you fix my whiskers?
Yeah.
Was she have a little Botox action going on? This is only 5 years after Freddy.
Yeah, I think like whatever money she made from Freddy, she must have gotten plastic surgery from it, because right after that, I remember she was doing behind the scene like interviews, and she already had the like procedures done, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man, she was in and out of the industry really fast. It seems like. I don't think the FVJ did anything for her.
I like that chick's got some nice hoo-haws, man.
That chick's name is I forget what her name is. Yeah, but she was another.
It doesn't matter, Zach. Does it fucking matter? Her name is Tits.
I think her name was Betty Sue something or something.
Oh yeah.
She was in like, what was that movie with the chrome skull?
Chrome
Laid
Skull?
to Rest.
Yeah,
Laid to
Laid to
Rest.
Rest.
Yeah.
2.
She was in the first one.
Oh, okay.
That's another franchise I haven't been able to get into.
They're B-grade slashers.
Yeah, I didn't like those movies either. Did you hear that the main guy, the guy that played the killer, got in trouble for like shitting on juggalos?
That's pretty cool.
He joked
I like how
about
Zach can always tie it back to juggalos somehow. You can always kind of one good juggalo reference in the.
It's the 6 degrees. 6 degrees of
6 degrees of juggalo.
Juggalo. 6 degrees of Fred Durst. 6 degrees of Pauly Shore. It's all one of the same.
I think it was while the Juggalo March was going on. He said something like, "Oh, look, there's Linnea Quigley wearing the same outfit."
Yeah, best part of the movie. Yeah, right. She even does the bit. I felt this was kind of a little bit distasteful. You know what I mean? It's like, what the hell?
You thought it was what?
a little distasteful. I mean, even it's like, come on, they're kids, you know? It's like, what the fuck?
They probably didn't really see anything, actually.
Yeah, it was cut, but still, yeah, it's just kind of interesting.
I mean, you think it would have at least been boys, like in the shot, not two young girls, kind of. You know what I mean? Like
maybe that's maybe that's less offensive because they're girls too.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They know that shit. That looks like a generic bootleg version of the guy from Office Space that's in the car. I got this killer up inside of me. I can't talk to my mother, so I talk to my diary. And that guy, I guess, was a Power Ranger in one iteration of the show.
I think
the guy in the mad scientist outfit reminds me of Jason Scott Lee, like a knockoff, like, you know.
Was that the guy from Office Space?
Jason Scott Lee. I know who he looks like. I'm looking.
I'm thinking of the dude from
Jason Lee.
Am I getting Jason Lee? Sorry,
oh,
my bad.
Okay,
my bad. Yeah, Jason Lee. And the other dude is the what do you call it? The fucking.
He's the Asian guy. I don't know. He's in he's in the Jungle Book. He was in the Bruce Lee story.
He was one of the Black Rangers, I believe.
No, Jason.
He looks like the dude from Twilight, man. The werewolf kid from, I don't know. But
yeah, Diora Baird right there. She came out as a lesbian last year, and I was bummed. But then I got over it because I realized I had no chance anyway.
Which one?
The one on the left.
Oh.
She just did that to try to get her career going again. Get some interest.
They're all part-time lesbians in my head. It doesn't matter.
I like to think that all women like to fuck women while I watch and jack off.
They're all a little gay, you know? And I don't know if it's like a true gay. I think they define homosexuality as something different. Like, I think they define it more as lifestyle than inhibition and things like that. Because they could all do it because they're super comfortable with themselves, you know? They can all make out with each other. I don't know. They don't care.
That's
it's different
a broad
for guys.
term. You don't know that all women are like that.
Not all of them, but a lot of them.
See, I would fuck Eddie Furlong right there.
You'd fuck fat Eddie Furlong?
Exactly.
He looks like strung out fat Eddie Furlong.
Oh, dude, he looks terrible. This is like right when he was turning into Hedgehog fucking Furlong.
This is right after I fucked him and filled him with my jism. Before this, he looked like he did in Detroit Rock City.
This isn't the worst he's looked, though. That came after, trust me.
Yeah.
This is just the start of the weight gain. Mm-hmm. But he actually still looks like Edward Furlong, just the husky one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like this. I guess they weren't paying him enough to get in shape for a movie, you know? I guess a movie like this, you don't have to be in shape, but you're still the lead, right? Isn't he like the male lead?
Yeah.
It's like, fuck's sake, man.
It don't bother me.
He's supposed to be the male lead, but he kind of doesn't carry the movie at all. You know, like,
yeah,
he's very forgettable. And plus, he comes and goes in and out of the movie a lot. You know, he'll disappear.
He might have just been really
do this and that and the other thing.
That chick's pretty cute.
Yeah, she is.
Mm-hmm.
He might have just been flaky and just disappeared on the offset, so they had to shoot around him. I remember being excited, like, oh, I got to get this on Blu-ray. It must have a commentary with the Furlong, and he's the only guy that isn't on it.
Do you think Edward Furlong on movies like this and movies like The Zombie King, you think he ever has moments in his trailer or whatever they put him up in where he's like, I was in Terminator 2 once? You know, I've always wondered that. Or like when he meets people, like, do you think there's anybody out there he works with on all these really shitty movies that are surprised and they don't really know him? Like, oh my God, you're that kid from Terminator 2, aren't you?
You were in that fucking Aerosmith video.
Yeah, that too.
I just imagine that he's just so fucking high most of the time that he just doesn't even give a shit, you know? Mm-hmm. He's just doing it to collect a paycheck, you know?
You know, a movie I've never seen him in is that John Waters Pecker movie. Have you guys ever seen that?
I've seen that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Is it any good?
Yeah.
I remember liking it.
It's a John Waters flick, man.
Who else is in it? What's the actress in it?
Christina Ricci. Is that her name?
Yeah, okay, she's in it. That's right. I don't know how I feel about John Waters. Like, I don't like Crybaby, but I can't say I've seen other shit from him.
You haven't seen Pink Flamingos?
I've never seen Pink Flamingos.
They're those types of movies that they're uncomfortable to watch and they're bizarre and weird, but you kind of like appreciate it for that fact. I mean, he's not like a good director per se. He's got a vision and you just got to enjoy it for what they are, but
they're very exploitational.
Yeah.
His early flick.
Shock value, is
freaking
his trick.
Pink Flamingos ends with the chick fucking eating dog shit right after it shows it coming out of the dog's ass.
Yeah, the big ass tranny.
Yeah, I forgot.
Divine.
Yeah, Divine.
Yeah, she fucking picks up a dog turd and eats it. It's like,
same shot.
There's that.
Oh, so it's legit?
It shows it squeezing out of the dog's ass at the same shot. She picks it up and eats it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's probably what he's most famous for it, in fact.
And there's a scene where a guy's like doing a dance with his asshole. It's awesome.
It doesn't sound good at all.
It's like trauma movies, really.
Yeah, it's shock value stuff, and there's a place for that. I mean, it's good to have somebody making movies, shaking things up a little bit, but you don't really ever think to yourself, man, I'd really love to pop into John Waters' movie.
He doesn't
today.
really do it anymore. Like, Pecker wasn't like that at all, and like Serial Mom.
Oh, that's right. I've seen Serial Mom. I've seen that a few times. I kind of like that movie.
Yeah, those were more kind of main. Those weren't really exploitation at all. See, look at the whole house. It looks different.
Looks terrible. It looks like a fucking Disney ride or whatever, like an attraction at a Disney park or something. It looks really phony.
It's the Haunted Mansion. There are 999 ghosts, but we got room for one more.
It's like the Nightmare Before Christmas house in Disneyland.
That's Tiffany
something.
Shepis. She was in a lot of shit. She was in a lot of trauma movies and stuff.
Dude, Zach, you know fucking everything about a bunch of shit actors.
Oh, fuck you.
No, I don't mean... I mean it as an insult. Like, you spot somebody that clearly has like a millisecond of screen time as they're passing by.
She's,
like, oh yeah,
she's got lines later on.
Okay.
Would you go to this party?
What?
What the fuck's he doing there?
Stupid.
Do they have to pay for that?
Probably.
What is with all these with this stupid camera work in this scene?
It's
like,
It looks like a Bacardi commercial or something.
Yeah, that's right. It's
the
like
MTV generation.
Exactly. It's like something's like some new director learned right out of fucking film school or something.
I'm pretty sure this guy was a first-time director.
That doesn't even look like Monica Keena right there.
It doesn't.
With all that makeup and all the light bouncing off of her.
And then the plastic surgery, it's fucked up.
I heard acting's just as shitty as FVJ though. That hasn't changed.
I didn't think she was that bad. She was hot though, so I might have just looked over bets.
That. Dude, I like the what's her name, Brandy. I liked her better in that movie than
what?
I liked
Not
the
Brandy. Kelly.
What's her name?
Kelly Rowland.
Kelly Rowland.
Yeah.
My bad.
You racist.
Brandy like ran over some chick and her career ended.
Isn't that Beyonce in that movie?
Yeah, that's right.
They all look the same. Wasn't that Da Brat? She was good in Freddy vs. Jason.
Da Brat? Who's that?
Somebody whose career's done too.
Oh wait, she was in Kazam.
Was she? That's about the era that she would have been making cameos.
Max walks backstage and she's like, "Oh, Da Brat." She goes, "What's up, kid?" or something like that. That's it.
It's fun. It's funny. She still goes by the name Da Brat. I saw her on like some like talent like talk show where she's like one of the panelists or whatever, and she's like 50. It's like, you're not Da Brat anymore.
Oh, she's Da Brat as long as she calls herself Da Brat. You gonna tell her she has to grow up?
This movie looks like it was directed by Joel Schumacher. The hell?
Oh yeah, this is like Batman Forever.
Yeah.
That looks like a Dean. Is that Dean Cain? Like a skinny Dean Cain?
Yeah, he does kind of look like him a little bit.
Actually, it looks like Mac from fucking Sunny in Philadelphia. Maybe not.
It's like the half Asian sort of look, the Haitian.
That's the kid I told
Wasian.
you. He was one of the Black Rangers.
God damn, those gotta be fake.
Dude, they're popping out. They're gonna pop out any second. I'm just waiting for it.
We don't see any titties in this movie either, I don't think.
Really? No,
Yeah,
no
we do.
lipsticks?
Maybe we do. Oh yeah.
We just saw a whole
do.
bunch.
Yeah, we saw-
We just saw a
we
whole
just-
bunch.
yeah.
We see Diora's too. She's the one that puts the lipstick in her tit.
I understand the whole bad boy thing, but I have
You're blowing my mind right now, man. You'd think you'd remember. There's boobs all over this movie.
Yeah, like I said, it's
and
been a while.
Edward Furlong just walked through a strip joint.
Yeah.
Mm.
So is she supposed to be like a car wreck victim? What is her costume?
I don't
She's got a little
know. The other two are both cats, and she's just like, is she the cat's victim? Like she got scratched on her face?
It's not a costume. Her boyfriend just beat her up. That's all.
Yeah. She just got done doing Jason versus Freddy, and that's after Freddy like beat the shit out of her.
Did you guys read that story about the Tennessee father and his daughter? Somehow, I mean, maybe she was texting. Who knows what she was doing? But she drove off her side of the road and into the median, and I guess the guardrail was defective, and it broke off and impaled her. Went right through the car door and impaled her like through her neck and killed her.
Fuck me.
And it was defective. Like the guardrail did not do its job. It was horrible.
Yeah.
And then they sent her parents the fucking bill for the guardrail, like to fix it.
I'd be like, fuck you.
That's fucked up, dude.
It was like $3,000 or something like that. It was a lot of money. Well, then they came out. Of course, that's some bad press. Then they came out like, okay, it was clearly a mistake. You don't have to pay for it. Like, are you fucking kidding
me? It wasn't
me?
even fucking effective. You should have to pay more for it because it didn't work in the first place. You should get a better guardrail, bitch.
Yeah, her lips look like shit, man.
Yeah, they look
They're
weird.
gross.
She looks like she had a facelift or something. Like her face looks pulled. I don't know. It's probably the makeup, but it looks like her face has been pulled back or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like her face looks tight or something.
She's got Botox and whatever going on. It's just disgusting.
This is fucking stupid. The shot.
Yeah, that wasn't scary at all.
No, it's like some Goosebumps bullshit.
Hey, don't you breathe that in the same sentence as Goosebumps. Goosebumps is high art.
Imagine fucking her tits though.
I'm sure if she took her tits out of that, they wouldn't look nearly so plump.
I think she is wearing a push-up bra.
She's wearing a bit of a push-up.
But that's fine. I don't mind.
It's fine. There's no such thing as a bad breast. I mean, I like small breasts. I like big breasts. I like ones big as your head. It's fine.
You like those titties that are inverted? Like they dip into the body? Those are hot.
They have the innie nipples.
I don't even think I know what you're talking about.
They're like concave. Come on, baby.
Have you actually ever felt fake breasts before? Like I remember the first time I felt a pair, I wasn't expecting it, and then I was like fucking confused. I was like, what am I feeling right now? And the girl could
you
sense
feel the
that
difference?
I was like, oh yeah. And it was really off-putting because it might look good, but when you feel it, it's like you can feel something underneath the skin. So like I was confused because I wasn't even thinking about her boobs being fake. And she could sense me tense up, and so it was like this really awkward moment, and I tried to play it off, but I shifted the focus elsewhere. But
yeah, look at her, baby.
Even she looks a little. This is like probably a good 10 years after the.
I think she looked good.
American Pie stuff. She looks good. I'm just saying that
She still looks like her at this point.
Yeah, maybe it's just the shitty costume they have her in or something.
I want to see this Angela and the original Angela fuck. Scissor each other clits together.
Yeah, I could go for
just
that.
Like in the strobe lights on them, like that scene in the original.
Yeah,
I would come. I would come in my hand and then wipe it all over my face.
You know this giant like Disney looking.
I like how I try to like gross Aaron out. Nothing gets to him anymore.
Oh, I exactly. I didn't hear it. Like I'm on to another topic. I'm trying like, hey, yeah, I'm not phased anymore. Some like when you hear me stop, it's like when you up the ante. Like what the fuck did you say? And it still happens. It still happens. But I was gonna say this fucking big house they're in. This big fucking MTV Real World house. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Or like a big dorm. Not like a dorm, like a sorority house. It reminds me of Wishmaster 3, Wishmaster Goes to College. I expect the Wishmaster to be here.
Yeah, I got that box set too.
Victor
We should
Crowley.
do that.
Yeah, I haven't seen those movies in a while. I'd like to see the first one's the only one that's worth the shit, right?
No, I like the second one.
I've seen all three of them at some point or other.
I think the first one's the only one that has like a cult following, really.
The first one's got Robert Englund, right? In a brief part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can't remember. I know what happens in 3. I know what happens in 1. I don't remember what goes down in 2 at all.
He goes to prison.
Okay, that rings a bell.
And there's that scene where the guy's like...
Don't ruin it. What is it?
He's like, if you could wish anything... It was a guy on parole, and like his lawyer wasn't able to get him off, so he's like, I wish my lawyer would go fuck himself. And then
Oh, I've seen that.
The lawyer comes in and is like, I just found the loophole that's going to get you out. And then it backfires and he starts fucking himself.
That's
breaks
funny.
his back.
I remember that scene.
This is where everybody need to pull their cocks out, baby.
At least they threw us a decent sex scene in the movie at some point. And then it does some like Evil Dead shit with these vines. I don't know, like his cock grows out into like a vine and it like
I don't remember.
She's like shooting out her mouth or something. I don't know. It's fucking bizarre.
Shoot
ropes. All in your mouth, glitter.
Yeah, you'll see.
Glitter.
Yeah.
Cupcake got a new Twinkie coming out.
It's a bad motherfucker.
Why do you call Hostess Cupcake? Cupcake got a new Twinkie coming out.
They probably couldn't use Hostess.
Yeah, Cupcake got a new Twinkie coming out.
They just didn't want to pay.
Let me see here.
Maybe it's the generic brand of Hostess Cupcake.
Hold on.
Yeah, those titties are banging. Would you fuck a chick like that if she had a tail?
Dude, yeah, I miss it when girls used to dress up like that shit for Halloween.
They still do. Where are you living? I
don't know, man. Everybody complains about it now.
I mean, I guess we do kind of live in a new era this last year or two, but man, I found myself downtown in Tempe, ASU and all that shit down here.
Yeah.
Halloween night, man, it's just nothing but bitches, man, and they're just all dressed half naked. Yeah, and I couldn't get through. It's like, it's a beautiful school, man. I mean, ASU, I think they have the largest attendance, in the country, and some people make jokes. Anybody can get an ASU. It's just a party school.
Yeah, I've heard that before. Like half the chicks that end up in porn, like started out their freshman year at that school.
But it is one of the most beautiful schools. Like just fucking hot ass chicks everywhere.
Yeah.
Those low GPAs, man.
That's right. Yeah, I guess maybe I don't hang around college campuses enough. Like you do, creepy ass Aaron.
No, I'm like 30 miles away from him, and I'm never over there. My brother lives over there, so I remember I was coming back from going to see a show with him, and he asked me to take it because him and his fiance were going to go out to a party. They asked me if I'd drop him off, and I was like, all right, and I fucking ended up downtown in the Tempe Mills, what do they call it, with the bars, and it's like it took me like an hour just to get out of that area.
Oh no, the sex scene was interrupted.
I think she has like a couple sex scenes. Look, she shit's like running down her leg right now. There's like a more graphics. There's a more graphic scene later on.
Yeah,
like she fucks some other dude, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Who knows, dude? This movie all fucking blurs together. It's just all scenes in different rooms of a house. Like I don't know how they made it work in the first movie, but this movie is like you could just like interchange a movie, a scene from the movie at the end and to the beginning, and you'd never know the difference.
Well,
it's like one of those
right away,
things.
they started out, they're already in the house when the original, I don't think they're in the house yet. If you put them in the house too long, you start to get tired of the house. So, yeah, you gotta, like, pace it right.
Yeah, well, that's why they decide to put you in the room for about a third of the movie towards the end.
Yeah.
And then they actually have a scene where they fucking go to sleep for a while, and you're like... I think that's where I actually stopped it for like the third time, dude. I was like, I gotta fucking check out Netflix or something for a while.
Everything's kind of dragged. I think just that party alone took way too fucking long. Like now that was ridiculous. I'm looking up the trivia here. It looks like you've already pretty much said all the trivia. This is lame. the only thing you guys didn't make mention of, this is trivia, really. Most of the demonic eyes were not contact lenses, but digital effects. I think that's a given these days.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Released straight to DVD. No shit. That's trivia, huh?
Yeah, that's the first thing you read on the trivia on IMDb. You're like, this movie's a little fucking turd. That's the best that they could come up with trivia. It's like nobody really bothered to make any notes about anything interesting that happened in this movie.
I mean, the Linnea Quigley thing's in there, but you guys already mentioned it. I mean, I guess that is technically a good trivia question, but I mean, anybody that's seen the original movie is probably going to spot that with the dress and all, the tutu. Whatever.
You know what I want to see? I want to see Edward Furlong fucking the chick with the push-up bra while he's getting fucked with a strap-on by Diora Baird. And while, he's pulling out and putting it in, her every once in a while. Shannon.
Do you think Edward Furlong would drink a cocktail of James Cameron and Arnold Schwarzenegger's jizz to be in the new T movie?
I would.
And it was hot. It was straight from the tap.
As opposed to what, cold?
Yeah, cold would be fucking gross too. Like, it's weird.
I think that would be worse, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, just like drizzle it over some ice cream, like hot fudge. You have something else to balance it out.
No.
Like, you think that would make it better or worse? They'd probably make it better.
I don't know.
Would you rather? Zach,
I don't know if you got to mix it with something that would help. I think definitely for sure.
Oh, if you diluted it in like cranberry juice or something, yeah, of course.
Because you would have to sit there and experience all the nasty flavors involved.
You'd have to take a spoon and like scoop out the sides and get all of it in that glass. It's just kind of so, and you have to hurry up because it's gonna harden. Hey, Zach, would you rather just like drink like the shot glass as is and just down it and get it over with, or would you rather put it on like a bowl of ice cream and kind of mix it up with ice cream?
I don't know. That'd probably ruin ice cream.
Shoot it like an oyster, like
Oh,
just let it slide down your throat.
Ugh, yeah, kind of.
Well, we should change the subject because I'm starting to gag over here.
You guys ever been jerking off and accidentally shot in the air and it landed in your mouth?
Okay,
I'm
Zach,
sure that's happened to you, Zach.
Zach, I'm going to give you a third option. Okay, you go to Buffalo Wild Wings and their special sauce isn't buffalo sauce. It isn't honey barbecue sauce, but they're dipping the wing in like fresh hot cum. And you got to sit there and take a wing and bite it and, do that thing where you pull it out in one bite.
Mm-hmm.
Would you do it for free?
No.
Would you do it for $1 million?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
This is so fucking stupid. This is how the curse gets passed on, right? So,
yeah,
these demon skeletons are in the basement, and
you're telling me no one's found those bodies all these years?
That's not a flattering angle for Furlong. I mean, I get it; he's heavier, but I'd be like, please don't hunch your shoulders up.
Terrible.
It makes you look like Pugsley Adams.
The lighting was bad too for him.
Everything about it was horrible. Like, we gotta, can we get you from a profile or something? You look like Uncle Fester.
Perfect little bite mark on her hand. Of course, she doesn't like wrap it and anything. It just lets it fester.
You guys know whenever you stumble across, a dead body or some skeletons, you just want to stick your finger in their mouth.
Exactly. Yeah, she wanted that gold tooth.
It's
right?
so hard not to.
I guess they're trying to make her out to be this like greedy type of, this like greedy bitch or something, because she's like trying to charge her friends or the party. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you guys understand these characters at all?
No, it's
not very well thought out.
Whenever that skeleton looked over and opened up its mouth and then it cut to him trying to get out, it just seemed like either a Goosebumps episode or Are You Afraid of the Dark?
It was weird. It's like, why is the skeleton breaking the fourth wall and looking at the audience?
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, there was nobody else in the room. Like, it was clearly for us.
Like a Goonies moment or something.
As if the skeleton was saying, aha, see that? It's stupid.
Why ain't she wiping off that hand?
That's what I'm saying.
Who does that? Yeah.
Dude, if you get a fucking cut in your hand, what's the first thing you do? Your first instinct.
You clean it.
Yeah.
You know what happened to me
And
when
you
I was a
fucking
kid?
wrap the shit up.
When I was a kid, I cut myself. It might have been a paper cut because it was in elementary school, or scissors. I don't know what it was. And I tried to tell the teacher, we were like, and I was like, hey, can I go to the bathroom or whatever to clean this up? I was like in elementary. I was in second grade. She told me to suck on it. She said it just comes out of your body anyway. Suck on it. And I was an idiot kid. I'm like, okay. I remember I told my mom that. She's like, fucking what?
Why didn't she just let you go wash it off?
It's like, what the fuck of our tax dollars? Like, they clearly, there's got to be a nurse office there. Like,
they must have been on a strict budget, man. No Band-Aids.
Was it a tiny little paper cut?
I don't fucking remember. Regardless, man. Regardless, don't tell a kid to suck his finger. Just suck it.
Get all those nice fucking.
She should have been like, let me suck
bacteria in there.
Yeah, imagine if you took that same logic when you first masturbated.
Oh, gross.
It's coming out of your body anyway. Just send it back.
That was an old Dice bit talking about a girl, and he's getting blown by a girl, and she says, like, and he always did that Dice voice, like, have you ever wanted to taste it? And then he'll always do his thing like, honey, if I wanted to taste it, I'd be a faggot, though.
What are you talking about?
Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the freaking, like the Dice, like news station. For some reason, I was thinking of
Vice,
Dice.
you mean?
Yeah, Vice. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, they're not even the same.
Fuck me. But anyway, I want to fuck those tits.
Hey, Josh James. Mm-hmm. You remember, and you're from that area, you remember when Dice ruled the world basically in comedy, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember it was just like trying to desperately figure out how to get our hands on like a copy of his stuff or like find it on HBO or there was a lot of work around there with the parents because they knew, that was probably like the worst shit out there in terms of like stand up.
And then if you listen to more than one, you realize, oh, this is all the same jokes.
Kinda, but his thing wasn't so much the writing; it was just the brashness of it. It was because no one was doing that. Yeah. Now it's like kid stuff. If you were to listen to Dice now, it's like, okay, well now I want something more. I need dirty and I need funny. Because like Louis C.K. was dirty, but he was witty. I think people demand a little more, but nobody was doing what he did back then. Like he would have his bits. He'd be smoking a cigarette, and he would start off his bit with like, "So I'm fucking this chick, right? Balls bouncing off her ass," and people go nuts.
Mm-hmm.
That's like
it should have been, "I'm jacking off in front of this chick," right?
He had a comedy CD called his comedy CDs would get banned. Like my friend used to have all of them. He had one called Dice Face Down Ass Up, and it was him standing. And he had the three chicks like with their oily asses. You just saw their asses up in the air.
Cool.
I mean, it's just stuff that you didn't see. I mean,
look how good she looked right there.
People just, she looks good right there for sure. People just don't understand that the whole like misogynistic, sexist thing was like, it's just a shtick.
Yeah.
Like you get a sense of who the guy really is, like in interviews and stuff when he's not doing the shtick.
It's a character. It's like the Dice Man's a character. I mean, right. I've seen him when he's on Joe Rogan. He's like the real him. He's been on Joe Rogan before. He's still Andrew Dice Clay. He's still that like from the East Coast and all that stuff. But he's not as brash. Right. He's not as harsh, and things like that. No, he's just like laid back old Dice, I guess. But I like some of his nursery rhymes. Some of them are pretty funny. I mean, he kind of goes out there and he does the greatest hits.
I re-listened to some of his stuff last year, just hanging out at home working or something. All of his stuff's on YouTube, so I've just revisit some of it. And it's still funny as fuck, but it's funny to listen. Speaking of which, Tommy Wiseau sent us our fucking Blu-rays already. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But we're still sitting over here waiting
I knew
for fucking Blu-rays,
we were so caught up in the excitement of everything. I didn't even think to ask, like, okay, is he going to say how long? I should have asked him when we were getting pictures. Like, hey, man, so how long is it going to take to get our Blu-rays? Is there an ETA on that? Because we're just going off the honor system. It's not like we purchased it from fucking Best Buy and there's tracking and all this stuff. And if we don't get it, we can dispute it with our banks. No, it's just like Tommy Wiseau, his pinky promise. I'll send it.
How much was it?
Mm-hmm.
We paid, basically, if you bought merchandise, you got to meet him and all that shit and get pictures, which is a great deal. But when we got up there, they had sold out of merchandise. He had not brought enough, I guess. So then it was like, okay, well, just pay $15 and he'll send you a Blu-ray or whatever. You'll get a Blu-ray.
Right.
So I'm sure they had them before, or they just sold out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The basic way we did was we took a picture of the receipt. Hey, we took a picture of the receipt and then we had to email it to his production company or whatever, and they're supposed to send them out. You know, you're supposed to include your address and stuff like that, and they're supposed to send them out. But it's been like, I don't know, it's been like 3 weeks or something, hasn't it?
Well, you got a receipt, so he probably has something on paper somewhere to remind him.
Well, or the email, whoever handles shit, you know, whoever, because that's how you buy the Room Blu-rays anyway, is from the website.
Yeah.
You go to his website. So whoever fucking handles those and they ship out those, I'm sure could easily collect those emails and keep a tab on it. I just think, I don't know, I just don't see why it's a big, why can't they just send out a mass email to everybody that was, because it can't be that many people, right?
Right.
No, because it's just the people that when he ran out of merch, I'm pretty sure it's not even 20 people. Just send out a little mass chain email from whoever his webmaster is and just get it done.
I'm not super worried about it. If it never happens, it never happens. But I
am because I'll never buy a copy because it'll be that thing where I felt like I already bought a copy and I'll probably never get a copy of it.
Nah, that's a good point.
That's just the way I am with stuff. Like, no, I've already bought this once.
Here's the scene, babe.
Oh, this is round 2. Oh yeah, because this is what it is. Yeah, he's infected this time. Like, so he's in the middle of becoming the demon. Look, those pictures on the wall are so fucking fake, dude. But anyway,
they look like they came from Hobby Lobby, like at Halloween time. They sell like that those fake aged pictures for Halloween.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, this is a nice little graphic scene right here. Kind of Evil Dead-ish, I would say.
This is awesome.
He's like, oh, I got a nut so bad.
Damn titties, though. Yeah, do yourself a favor and look up Diora Bear nude on Google with the safe search off. You'll have a good time.
You should do some.
She was a model for a while, I know.
Oh, okay. Should do like Playboy or something?
Maybe. Yeah, I think so. We need the Shannon to show her titties again.
Hey, Josh James, man. Did you? Sorry, I like calling you Josh James. Your whole name's funny. It rolls off the tongue. It's branding. It's Josh James.
Believe me, people have been doing that to me my whole life. That's why I named my creative company Josh James Creative. It's got a ring to it. People always told me I had a celebrity name. I don't know why, but
it's easy to say. It's literally 2 syllables. Like people's first names sometimes have more than 2 syllables. Did you watch our Mikey commentary? What'd you think of that? Did you watch that movie?
I haven't watched it yet.
I was wanting to hear what you thought about it.
Dude, I had like 4 or 5 to get through, like because it came out so fast, and I was like working on the comic.
That's cool, man. It'll always be there for you.
Yeah, so you guys just dropped that.
Maybe not on YouTube. You never know.
Yeah, right. No, I'll definitely check it out. I mean, I've never even fucking heard of that before. So
yeah, we might as well talk about what happened to us on YouTube later if we run out of stuff to talk about.
No, it's fine. Going through comments, I'm getting quite a few comments on some older videos.
Yeah, we might not be able to keep our fucking Let's Sing video up because we got like.
Oh
yeah, you guys been getting some copyright hits.
Okay,
or something, right?
Okay. So I want to. That's right. I do want to address that. This is kind of hot though. Let me see this really quick. Then I'll address it. I got to get my mind in the.
Oh yeah,
the right.
This guy's
place.
such a fucking pussy too, man.
This is kind of like the scene from part 3 where Angela like deep throats the handgun and like sucks it and jacks it off and sucks the bullets out of it.
He looks like a dime store Jason Segel. You know, from How I Met Your Mother.
He looks like all these people. The guy from Here It Is, Baby.
Oh, wow. Shh, quiet. He's going to knot inside of her like a dog.
And then can't get it out.
Dude, this is pretty... Stop making the weasel noise. Who's doing that?
That was me.
I'm a weasel. That is kind of graphic, actually. But why are they fully clothed? I mean, they're at a they're at a get together. Yeah, I guess they wouldn't bother taking everything off. Okay, that looks horrible.
You done?
Oh, yeah. Because she says, "Are you gonna if you're gonna stick it in that hole?" Then, all of a sudden he just rams it in there.
What was she gonna say? What was she trying to say, babe? If you're gonna put it in there, then what was she gonna say?
You gotta get me more drunk if you want to put it in there. That's what I always say.
Oh, okay.
This is like the scene from part 2 where Angela's doing Z-Boy.
Oh, she's turning into like a troll from Ernest Scared Stupid. Like little worms are coming out of her.
Whoa.
Oh, that was kind of fucking cringy.
I don't want to fuck that anymore.
No, but finish what we were saying. Are they gonna
the dog?
Are they gonna let us out?
Will she trick or treat? I think
is that what they're playing?
Yeah.
Black number 1. Black number 1.
You ever see that Beavis and Butthead where they're watching that? And Butthead's like,
point.
well, she'll trick or treat. I think she will.
That was another thing I noticed about this movie. It stood out to me is that the fucking soundtrack is atrocious.
I love Type O Negative. You guys shut up.
I could never get into them.
Dude, this album and October Rust are fucking masterpieces. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, it's silly. He sounds like Count Chocula. I get it.
It sounds like he's trying to sound like Danzig, but he can't do it right.
There's a Danzig vibe there, but but he sounds like Count Dracula. He's trying to like do this thing, and he's not. He's from fucking
Transylvania.
He's from New York or Jersey, like Type O Negative. I don't remember. They're from like your neck of the woods, Josh.
Mm-hmm. Are they trying to make this kind of like a Slumber Party Massacre type vibe, or
that look bad?
You know,
I hate shots like this where they like circle around me. They make me nauseous.
Yeah, a lot of the camera work in this movie is just so stock. It's like just throwing in every trick of the book, you know. But
oh, touch me!
I mean,
touch me.
Maybe I'm not looking at this movie the right way. Like maybe it's supposed to be just a bimbo flick, you know.
That's pretty much
for some reason.
That's pretty much what it is. That's pretty much what the original one was too when it came out.
Yeah, but for some reason I like the Slumber Party Massacre /
It's like Casper.
Can I keep you? Yeah, it is.
Oh, bad wire work too. That's another bad thing about this movie.
Ah,
a lot of bad wire work.
Dude, she looks fucking awful. That looks.
Oh, stupid. I know. Is that even Shannon Elizabeth in the makeup? You think or no?
I don't know.
They probably didn't waste her time because that probably took like 3-4 hours of makeup and like they probably got someone else to do it.
Yeah.
She was probably paid by the hour.
I want to see fucking Furlong fucking Shannon Elizabeth. I would come.
I've hardly seen Furlong. You're right. He's really not a presence here.
See, he drops in and out, in and out, in and out. It's like you don't really miss him when he's gone.
He's phoning in what he's doing. Is he really even acting here? He doesn't act like he wants to. It's just like Zombie King. He just really acts like he's there for a paycheck.
Because he was. What else? You think he wants to be in this movie?
Hey, by the way, just to get off topic real quick, my brother just texted me, said the new Han Solo trailer dropped.
I heard that, yeah.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson.
Whatever. Woody Harrelson, yeah, right. Just what we want in a Star Wars franchise.
Was it any... So what was his impression of it?
He was in Cowboy Way. That's a great movie.
Dude, that's the movie. I couldn't fucking think of it because we had said at one point we should do a fucking buddy cowboy exploitation, and we could do Cowboy Way and we could do Harley Davidson the Marlboro Man. I want to do them fucking. I want to do those movies so bad.
You know that scene where Dylan McDermott, like he's running the sweatshop, and like the chick's like, "I want out of here," and they're like, "Get back to work," and then that Dermot guy comes up. He's like, "Hey, la cualiquieta." I say that to people sometimes to see if they know what I'm talking about. Like they never realize. They never like, oh, that's from Cowboy Way.
Did the Louis Guzman scene getting his dick sucked by a calf like make you want to do that?
Hell yeah.
That's a good movie though. Like I want to remind me because I keep forgetting. I think we should do one of those movies next. You know, because we need to do it. We need to do a couple of movies this week, and I'd like to do one like that.
What's your brother think of the Solo movie?
He said he's pretty critical too. He hated The Last Jedi. He just said, "Man, it looks good." I don't know. I mean, the trailers are always so misleading. I really don't. I don't know. I'm curious, but I'm kind of. I think I remember Riverman saying, "Like, dude, I'm so fucking sick of Star Wars," and that's exactly how I'm feeling these days. Dude, this version of this scene is just so not even nearly.
That's all right,
nearly
though.
As creepy as the Quigley version of it.
But I'm liking it still.
Dat rack. She just immediately sticks it in there.
I know. There's no tease. There's no. I don't know.
See, I'd be like, holy shit, I'm gonna fuck that nipple.
Didn't they try to one up it by having it drop out of Coos?
Yeah,
and it's just kind of like awkward. Like she just needs a fucking tampon or something. But
I'd be excited. I'd be like, I'm gonna fuck that titty so hard.
Yeah, I didn't like that sound effect.
I'd probably be like, I'll still hit it. Let's do it.
Oh, we didn't get to finish the topic though. We were talking about the copyright thing. So,
oh yeah,
right.
It's one thing for YouTube to demonetize all our videos instantly and take that revenue. That's fine. I really don't give a shit because every one of our videos automatically is deemed not appropriate for advertisements or whatever. And I guarantee you that's just every time. So maybe there's trigger words. I know that. Like, for example, there was a fellow YouTuber that had a sports channel, and he says he would get flagged on an NFL channel, like an NFL football stuff, because he said Marshawn Lynch, and the bots would pick up Lynch. Like, what? Like, is it like a racist thing? Like, yeah, no, it's trigger words. It's trigger words. That's why you can't say Trump. You can't say war. You can't say fucking Middle East. You can't say ISIS.
That's literally like fucking 1984 shit.
Seriously. Yeah, and they did.
I only got one copyright hit for one video I did, and it was a solo commentary. I can't remember which one, but I had little snippets of like maybe every 10 minutes I'd have a little snippet of Bat Dance, by Prince.
Yeah.
Thrown in there, and it would be like literally like a second or two long, and then it would drop out. And I got hit on that, so I had to fucking
and you
edit that shit out.
shouldn't.
Yeah, you're not supposed to get hit on a sound clip unless it's like over 10 seconds long.
The thing I don't get, dude, is that I actually downloaded the song off of YouTube, so the full song is on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what we said too whenever we did Mikey. We're like, oh, we could do a video commentary because we're watching the movie on YouTube, but we'll probably get flagged.
It just depends on who you are, man, because like if you're the top tier of YouTubers, you guys actually have direct contact with people, customer support, right? Everybody else is reduced to bots that aren't perfect. And I was listening to Joe Rogan, I was watching it, and of course sometimes he watches clips and shit on the monitor he has there. And they had him watch a movie, like a scene, and even they're like watching the movie, listening to it, and even he's always conscious about like he doesn't want his YouTube channel removed, but he'll be like, he's asking this person like, we're gonna get kicked off YouTube for this, and they're like, no, as long as we keep talking over it, we're fine. And that's legit. Like, yeah, in Joe Rogan's world, if you talk over it and it's not really there, as long as you alter it, but we get fucking flagged for everything. So we just took music out completely. We took audio out completely. Yeah. But anyway, now
you guys go through a lot of work to avoid that, and you still get fucked up.
You know what's funny, Zach? He makes a good point. It's like you almost kind of want to leave the audio in because we're not going to get the money anyway. But who knows? I mean, I think
we could at least try it.
I do leave the audio in really quieter than I do on the podcast version, and I usually But like back a couple 2 years ago or something, I would get like if I had the audio in there, I would get like, oh, you got audio in there, it would make it private so that nobody could watch it but us. It'd say it was blocked in every state or something.
Yeah, and that's not worth that because I want people to still hear us. So, I mean, do it the way we've been doing it. But anyway, so it's enough that they kind of rescind all that. But now we get fucked by some scam, fraud channel or whoever they are. We got a copyright claim on our We Sing. Our We Sing video commentary.
Yeah, the most obscure fucking thing that you guys have probably ever picked on your channel.
We looked it up. It's public domain. That company is defunct now. It was an old fucking Canadian shit from 25 years ago. It's defunct. It is public domain. We're totally fair use to use it. The video's on YouTube. It's fine. And then some other YouTube channel copyright claimed it. And it's like YouTube's the Wild West, man. We can go up and just claim anybody's shit.
Yeah,
right?
If somebody wants to get you taken down, they can do it easily. Just do it 3 times.
So here's the thing. You might ask, well, if it's so easy to just go and copyright claim and say, hey, that's mine to anybody's channel, why don't I do it to like a PewDiePie video or something? Because those guys are in the pockets. They're in the back pockets of YouTube.
Right.
All they have
make
to do,
YouTube money, you know.
Yeah,
all they have to do is
their claim's going to get immediately heard.
Yeah. Well, they have people to call. They have people to call and directly respond to, and so they'll actually notice it's bullshit. But everybody else, so they'll give you a chance. They'll be like, if you'd like to, represent or basically fight this or whatever, go ahead and do it, and you can explain to us why it's wrong. But then they only give you like 30 characters, so you can't even really get your story out. But they also give you a warning where it says, but however, if you basically come back and you want to fight this and we still find in favor against you, then it'll be a community guideline strike. Which that's bad, because then we'll lose features, we could lose partnership, and you get 3 of those and you're off YouTube, they delete your channel. So they use intimidation to not fight shit. Like, it's like, is it even worth it? I'd rather just delete the video.
Yeah. There's even like,
it's weird, man. It's like they're making weird decisions, and that seem like counterintuitive for running a successful business. You can't help but wonder like what their end game is. It's like maybe they have something in mind that we just can't see.
The company, it looks like so it was claimed by this one Bent Pixels or whatever, and I look it up, and we read Google shit about them too. I guess they've done this to other people's videos too. And if you go to their YouTube channel, first of all, they ain't got no followers. They don't get hits. It's like, who the fuck are these jokers? And they claim to be a network. And they do this for other channels, and it's like a bunch of lame brain small YouTubers. It looks so fake, but all of a sudden they have Joe Rogan and College Humor on there. I'm like, why doesn't this add up? This doesn't seem legit to me. But regardless, even if they were, which I don't think they are, they got nothing on us. Like, what are they fucking getting us for? They don't own We Sing, for fuck's sake. But the fact
what are they getting out of it?
No, they're taking monetization.
Oh,
which we don't make anyway because we're too offensive, apparently.
But I'm saying, like, it's the Wild West. Anybody can take your monetization and your money.
Yeah.
And so right now they're drawing off that video, and it makes me want to just fucking delete it. Because it's like, it's just a matter of, okay, do I try and fight this and risk the community guideline strike, or do we just delete it? I don't know. Repost it. I don't know. But it's dumb, dude. YouTube's fucking the past.
They got their shit all fucked up. They're gonna crash and burn soon.
That's exactly what it's saying. It's like they're making all these decisions. Like, you can't help but wonder like what their end game is, because you can't. They're doing things that don't seem, to me, good business sense. It's like they're backing themselves into a corner.
I think it's pretty clear that they want to rival and be a competitor to Netflix and Hulu. So they started the YouTube Red thing, right? That's where you pay $10 a month to watch YouTube ad-free, and you get YouTube Red exclusive content, which is like YouTube original movies and shit.
Or you can get, ad remover and watch it ad-free.
Well, I said that at first. You weren't listening to me. Anyway, and they have their own original programming. Oh, guess what? They were pushing that. When YouTube Red came out, like, they had that PewDiePie series, Scare PewDiePie. He had his own reality show. If you had YouTube Red, of course, they're banking off their YouTube stars. And then they had that movie that they were showing ads for it on all these YouTube videos, and it was starring Logan Paul. It was like some like dystopian future. Yeah,
I can't stand that fucking guy, man.
I can't either. But I'm saying they were pushing. You could tell they're pushing to be like a legit Netflix competitor or whatever. And I think getting rid of all the small YouTubers is just going towards that even more, right?
Streamlining.
Yeah, they want it to be more like a Netflix thing. It's like, let's keep it with our premier channels, our premier YouTubers, and then our exclusive content. They're just trying to, I don't know. I know it's not the same thing as like when I say it. It's like, it makes me think of like Hitler. It's like they're trying to whitewash YouTube and make it all their own, right? They're trying to get rid of everybody.
Yeah,
I don't think they really care. Yeah, it's the past. I think we're approaching this era where anytime now someone's going to come and topple them.
But what sucks is they're probably just waiting for it. They're probably like, oh, we got so much money, we'll just buy them out and turn it into another YouTube affiliate.
It's like YouTube's becoming Yahoo, like, just a relic of the internet.
But then again, though, I think like I said, this is the time where certain people are going to start trying to come out and compete with them. That's why you've been hearing about these buzzes about things like DTube and stuff like that. That I'm still not sure what they are, but there's going to be people out there that are trying. And I think if we kind of keep our finger on the pulse on which one we think is going to be the next big competitor, we should jump on them.
I remember hearing Twitch is going to start letting you upload videos.
Okay, so that's what I heard too, and I think I mentioned it to you. So it's a rumor. I mean, it hasn't been confirmed or anything, but there's rumor that Twitch will start possibly allowing people to produce content, which is just like YouTube.
Yeah.
And they would. I mean, they would aim to score big to sort of adopt all the disenfranchised YouTube people.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see, but I think we need to get on there anyway, just for shits.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Yeah. I really want to fuck, Furlong. You think he's got long fur? Like, you think he's really hairy, like his cock?
Oh, he's like one of those Latin American guys where it like connects to his belly button and it's just like a giant hairy tree trunk. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looks like a giant beard. You can't even see a dick.
Oh, I like this Evil Dead ripoff here.
Yeah.
I never even noticed.
And then the vines later, yeah. Just unimaginative. I guess that's why I would put this movie.
Oh,
look
my
at those
God.
fucking ripped up fucking Jinkos or whatever the fuck they are.
Jinkos.
Jinkos aren't dumb.
Jinkos are amazing.
Dude, why aren't we doing Troll 2? I just got it on DVD for $1.
I got that too. Did you get the double feature that comes with the first one and the documentary from Shout Factory?
No, I literally got it for like $1 at Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
Brand new. Like it's just a movie with, I don't even think it has any bonus features on it, but
is it a Blu-ray or DVD?
It's just a DVD.
Oh.
I don't think I'd spend the money on a Blu-ray for it.
Yeah, I know. Is it streaming currently anywhere?
I don't think so. I
would do it. I've been looking. You guys are any of those like Blu-ray groups on Facebook and stuff like that? I'm in a particular Blu-ray group, video group, and it's like Blu-ray Laserdisc or whatever. It's everything. And somebody posted they got it at Walmart. They've been throwing the Scream Factory Mad Max special editions with the slip and everything shrink wrapped together. They threw in their $6 bins, and I went to 2 different Walmarts, and neither one of my Walmarts have those bins anymore. I'm like, I gotta find a Walmart with a bin because I want the Mad Max Scream Factory.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta have those bins anyway because shit, man. I love the fucking cheap DVD Blu-ray bins, man. It's like how I build out my collections.
You ever spend like fucking 40 minutes searching through those bins and never find anything?
No, I don't spend that long, but fuck, man, like, I mean, that piques my interest. I will buy, the Scream Factory Special Edition Mad Max with the slipcover, all shrink wrapped, so it's there.
I always get tempted to fuck with people and put new movies in there so that they find it thinking it's cheap.
But because you always find a stray movie that you can tell somebody just did that to. You got to take like a handful of new movies and throw them in there to make it look legit.
Yeah.
Like a handful of copies in there.
See, this is.
Oh, here comes the best part of the movie.
Yeah, where they're just in this room for like 5 minutes. Somebody got a stopwatch. Let's time how long they're in this room.
Somebody get together.
How long it would take? Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, somebody get together a good 5-minute story to tell while we have this going.
Yeah.
I just started a stopwatch. We're gonna see how long they're in this room.
You know how long it would take to fucking strip the walls of like a fucking plaster coating like that? I mean,
So they're probably already been in there an hour and a half, at least.
And she's just now reading the shit on the wall.
Yeah, they weren't doing it while they were pulling it off.
God, she literally sounds like a ditz. Yeah, her delivery's shit.
How is she reading that?
Is it? It's like the Mark Wahlberg thing in The Happening where they get some fucking bimbo to act and read script like he's a scientist. Like, she clearly sounds stupid.
Oh, is it written in English?
Is it?
It looked like it.
Yeah, it's in English.
No, we're still giving her too much credit. How did she read that?
She's probably just literally reading off a cue card right there.
Probably. Why would they write it in English?
Have you guys seen the trailer for that new Soderbergh movie that was filmed entirely on iPhone 8?
No.
I heard about that, but I haven't seen it. There's a couple Oscar picks that are floating around I haven't seen yet. But No, I haven't seen. Did you check it out, Aaron? Or
Yeah, I saw it. It was pretty impressive. I mean, like, it's weird. It's crazy how like technology. I mean, I know there's a lot of indie filmmakers that'll make movies on iPhones.
The guy that made what's it called? Old Boy did a short film on an iPhone a couple years ago.
But the fact that Soderbergh did one.
Who's Soderbergh?
What he do, like fucking Traffic, and he's done a shit ton of movies.
Is he the guy that recently said, "I'll never do a movie not on an iPhone again"?
I have no idea.
Somebody did, and I was just like, why? Like, I've tried to shoot stuff on an iPhone. You can't fucking lock the aperture or anything. It's just like, why would you want to do that?
Well, I know he could have done the whole thing on an iPhone, but I know damn for sure that there's no way he edited it on iMovie.
Yeah.
Because there's far better editing software. Oh, better yet, he edited it on the iMovie on the iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine that guy? He's like sitting in a fucking Dunkin' Donuts editing a fucking major motion picture on his iPhone. That would be the worst job ever. I would hate to be a film editor. The patience. I'd like to oversee it. Yeah. I'd like to oversee it. I would rather somebody else do it, and then I'd like to come in to like give my evaluation. Be like, no, I want you to do this, that, and then leave. Like, I don't want to actually do all that tedious shit.
I like editing.
Hell no.
Not my thing.
I enjoy the just say like editing together the podcast. Like, I enjoy the fruits of my labor, but I really at the time in the moment, like, it's just the most frustrating shit for me, you know. Mm-hmm. Can be. Once you start getting it down, it's like not as bad, and you know, it's kind of just like about spending the time doing it. But
yeah, wow. But film editing, man, like, I don't know, syncing up. I don't know. It's just a different bag. And not to mention, you're working with the director. And because the director comes in, he's got final approval of edits and shit. So it's not necessarily your baby.
Nah, that's true.
It's not. Like, I don't know. It's tedious. I mean, I used to draw too, Josh. That was sort of my natural talent, you could say, was art. And I just lost the patience for it. I lost the patience for it because it takes so much time. And I'm okay with...
Try being a comic book artist where you have to like read a script, break it down, do thumbnails, do roughs, make changes, do edits, all that shit. You know, before you actually just draw a page. It's like the most time consuming shit ever. Look at that bad prosthetics, man. You can literally see the latex moving around.
Hey, Zach, this movie isn't very good. I think
she's performing fellatio on a fucking rubber horn. Or an ear, or whatever the fuck it was.
You could tell it was rubber.
Ugh. Stupid.
I'm still not hating it.
Oh, I've seen worse. I've seen a lot worse.
As of right now, they have been in this room for 5 minutes.
Ugh.
I know. It just drags on forever.
But to finish up what I was saying, though, like, just the art, I've got friends that are artists, and I see what they do, and they draw, they'll ink something, and they get the whole digital shit set up and the coloring process and how tedious it is with the shading and the zooming in, the pixels. It's like, oh my God. And I get it. Dude. I'm actually a really patient guy, but it's just like in life, you only have so much time in the day, so you kind of have to pick what you're willing to be patient with. And for art, it just wasn't it. I mean,
there's a lot of professional comic artists out there who actually have ghost artists, and that's when like they'll have a lesser known artist come in and they'll actually just do all the backgrounds, like the actual artist himself will like plan out all the action and everything and do the characters, but the background, the boring shit, like the more time consuming boring stuff, they'll have like somebody come in and ghost it. And the same thing with like coloring. Like there's a part in digital coloring called flatting where you just literally filling in shapes of color. And a lot of times colorists will pay like, a lesser known artist or an intern or something to do that. And then they'll just come in and tweak everything and make it perfect,
That movie Chasing Amy where fucking Ben Affleck draws it and then the other guy inks it. Do you have an inker?
Yeah. I mean, that's just a typical part of the process. There's the writer, the penciler, and then the inker. The inker.
Have you ever seen that movie? It's Jason Lee. He plays the inker, and they're like, you're just a tracer.
Oh yeah,
and he gets all pissed
yeah.
off.
The Inker's just, and the thing is, I can definitively say that that's not true. Like a good inker enhances an artist's pencils, like makes them a lot better, embellishes them, adds something to it. There are artists out there who just trace it, or they actually take away the quality. But if they're a good inker, they actually add something to it. So
they add depth or something.
They bring a more life to it, add something to it. So
I'm sorry, you guys lost me at I love Chasing Amy. It's not a great movie.
I don't know. I like those early Kevin Smith flicks, man. I love that scene with where they're talking about the Nubian, like the guy's giving the speech about his comic. What is it called?
Blunt Man?
Coonhagen something.
Yeah, something I forgot.
Yeah. And the guy stands up and he says, "What's a Nubian?" He goes, "Shut the fuck up." It's a great little piece of Kevin Smith dialogue.
What is a Nubian?
What's a Nubian? Shut the fuck up.
I don't know what that is.
Is this guy jacking off? Is Jason Segel jacking off? Oh, no, he wasn't. He had a weird look on his face. He's in pain. That's right. The fuck? What kind of fucking shirt is John Connor wearing?
A cool one. He only wears the best. That's John Connor.
Oh, this is bad too, man. This is such a stupid fucking scene.
The dialogue is cringy.
This is the fakest looking blood ever.
We need to get Edward on here.
We have to do what?
We need to get the Furlong on the show.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't do conventions.
And ask him how long his fur is.
I'm shocked he did like, was it Mad Monster at one time? Which one had the T2 cast except for Terminator? Except for Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, I forgot.
But he did like one, but he never does. You'd think this motherfucker would be on the con circuit all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why doesn't he?
I don't know.
He just doesn't really seem like the type of dude who really even enjoys the industry. He probably just does.
He looks miserable in the movies he's in now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying he probably just wants to be left alone and then just does shitty movies when he needs money, you know? I mean, if he's not out there charging $100 for a photo op, you know, a fucking con.
Maybe we don't even realize it, but he's really, in his off time, going to North Korea and pursuing a singing career.
Dude, he seems like the kind of celebrity that Kim Jong-un would be infatuated with. Like Dennis, like, you know what I'm saying? Dennis Rodman, like they're all behind the times. Dennis Rodman, big popular NBA star, 25 years too late. 20, like, come here. He's like, oh, we love T2, big movie in North Korea right now, #1. Come.
He's actually infatuated with Steven Seagal too.
Is he really? Is that
no, that's Russia. That's fucking Putin.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's the last thing we need is fucking Steven Seagal like getting him mixed up in our politics. Guy's such a fucking buffoon, man.
Yeah, I can't stand him, man. I love Fry. I always talk about it. I go to Fry's and they have like I said, you can buy all the Arrow shit, and they have a lot of action stuff that you can't find anywhere else. They have a lot of foreign action stuff, martial arts films. Anyway, they had like a slew of Steven Seagal movies on Blu-ray for $1, 99 cents. I'm like, I'm still not going to buy these. Not for 99 cents. I can't fucking stand the guy.
They have literally been in this room for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
They leave. They finally make it out of the room, and you're like so fucking relieved that something's going to change and they move along, and then they come back to the fucking goddamn room. Because the whole thing was a fucking trick. It's just...
I don't remember this part. This is horrible and just grueling.
Oh, yeah. It is.
I think if I remember right, I think back when this movie came out, this was like my biggest gripe about the movie. And I think I remember Riverman saying I really liked when they were in that room.
No way.
I think so. Maybe
maybe
it was somebody that was on the show with you guys. I don't remember.
Tell me what it is you like about you said you like this movie. What do you
sounds
like
like something Corey G would have said if that was in his days.
I don't know,
because he's a fucking troll. Yeah.
11 minutes.
God damn.
God, is Furlong wearing football padding under that jersey? Okay, what's gonna happen? Isn't it daylight yet?
Yeah, it showed the sun come up.
So is it like the main reason why you like this movie because of the hot chicks in it, or
maybe?
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder now myself.
I like Furlong too.
Yeah, but he's not good in it.
I know he's not good in anything really.
Because he's so monotone in this movie. Like
He's even monotone in T2.
Did you see him? He like his thumb like barely tapped one of the nails and it bent. It was rubber, and they left that in the movie on that close up where he picked it up.
He's got back fat, that neck back fat.
Totally.
He looks like the Hunchback.
He's been laying around in bed.
I like when he talks like a troll. He's like, "Yeah, what's up, guys? Come on."
Yeah.
Is that what happens when you lay in bed too much? You get that fucking back fat?
And he's been smoking. He's laying in bed smoking cigarettes, apparently.
It all went to his back. Oh, hey. 12 minutes, at least.
They're out.
Yeah.
They're out, but they'll be right back there in about a minute. So
should it
really?
Don't get too
should
excited.
it still be going since they're not really out?
Stop it, and then when they get back in the room, restart it again. Right. Or just add on to what you already had. What, 11 minutes? 11 and a half minutes already?
Yeah.
Right? What would make them think that something's not right here? They just...
Yeah, they tricked them. They faking them out, man.
So when they smash the mirror/glass and it rewinds all the clocks back to what time it actually is or something? And here's a nice wire work.
Yeah, it's bad.
The music's fucking atrocious. I don't want to...
And the weird thing, another thing too, is you don't really get, like, maybe the main demon, Angela, but the rest of the demons, you don't really get to see them or too much. Like, there were really a lot of bad shots of them, like, kind of in the shadows. Like, that one's okay, I guess, but...
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really get to see them well. You don't get to really know them well or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to, like, the original, you know?
Mm-hmm. You know, one thing, too, I was just thinking, like, before we started, the Blu-ray cut is longer. I wonder where that time is. It's probably all in the room. They're just in the room longer.
Hey, look, he just turned into a completely different actor.
Exactly.
That's like in part 3. Like, they morph like that and just turn into other actors that already have the makeup on. Okay, start the timer again.
Back in the room. Yeah.
Start it again. Let's see.
I'm surprised Tommy Wiseau's not in here. It's fucking smooths all about the room.
No, it's like that. What's that one movie, that anthology 4 Rooms movie where it had the 4 different directors, Tarantino, etc., where it all takes place in the hotel?
Oh, I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, 4 Rooms? That's actually a pretty good movie.
Yeah, no, I like it too, but it's very isolated.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of those Tarantino fringe movies he did back in the day. But
do you see how people are pissed off at Tarantino now?
Yeah. Well,
what do you say? Something not PC?
No, because like he got Uma Thurman to do her own stunt, and she got hurt. Which, I mean, technically, if she had a contract that said she wasn't supposed to do any stunts, that's all she had to do was say, "No, fuck you, I ain't doing it." He couldn't make her.
She felt pressured, and she said, "Hey, this looks really dangerous. I don't want to do it." And then he made her do it anyway, and she got hurt. And it's one of those things where he could have killed her. Now you have all the feminists saying, "We got Harvey Weinstein, a rapist, going hand in hand with Quentin Tarantino, a fucking attempted murderer."
What was the stunt exactly?
What's that? It was a car stunt of some sort. I don't know,
dude. If it was a dude, do you think anybody would care?
No,
at all. I mean, would really care.
Feminists wouldn't.
Yeah, feminists wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't wait for it to all be done.
That's why I've never called myself a feminist in, like, I don't know, at least fucking 5 years since all this crazy shit started happening. It's like now you're, what's it called, egalitarian, where you just like, it's like, I'm for rights for all people, man.
Yeah. And then, of course, you have people dogpiling on him now, and you have all these, like, the man feminist types. And I'm not... people will misconstrue that all day long. Like, oh, you hate women? No, there's a difference. Hardcore feminism is a different thing. But you have, like, Judd Apatow and people like that were, like, hopping on Twitter and bashing him, too. It's just everybody wants to dogpile on everybody. I don't understand. Like Quentin Tarantino's film career is almost done, supposedly according to him. Just let him write out. Don't ruin his last fucking movie.
He's doing like producing a Star Trek movie or something.
He's supposed to direct a Star Trek movie.
I thought he was doing a Marilyn Manson movie or fucking Charles Manson movie.
No, it's not a Charles Manson.
Yeah,
it takes place during. It's a movie that takes place during the Tate murders. So it's just sort of like the backdrop.
It's really gonna be about what's his name molesting kids or fucking 13-year-old.
Oh, Roman Polanski.
Yeah,
and that's what he was getting criticized by like Judd Apatow, saying like in response to all these allegations, how he's a creep. He's like, and he has the audacity to make a movie about Roman Polanski. And I'm like, man, fuck. Just
we don't even know it's about Roman Polanski, do we?
No, it's just during all that. It's during set at that time. Like I bet you it's gonna be in the movie as far as like it happening.
Why would you just assume? I just made it as a joke.
I don't know. People just need to fucking just get a grip a little bit.
You guys feel like that whole naming people, the public shaming thing is over? The dogpiling thing is like that whole Weinstein moment is over?
Probably not.
The Weinstein thing just got reignited because Uma Thurman, she just came out along with the Tarantino thing. She finally came out and talked about her Weinstein experience. So it's kind of like
what I'm saying is it's like been a little bit, you know, there really hasn't really been. I guess Aziz Ansari is probably the most recent.
Scott Baio, newer than that.
Yeah, but no one cares about him.
Yeah, he's not a big enough name. Yeah, I don't think it counts unless it was like it made fucking.
Unless they're like
nightly
A-list,
news on
I
CNN
guess.
or something. Yeah, I don't know. Seems to me like the whole thing's finally dying down, and people are like,
It's like Scott
moving
Baio,
on
he's
to
a
whatever the next
Z-list
thing
actor.
is.
We expect it from him.
Mm-hmm.
But Aziz, he's gonna pay. Who the fuck is Aziz? I don't even know who that is.
Comedian. That one's bullshit though. That one's super. That one's
Yeah.
buyer's remorse all over
That's
the
making
place.
something out of nothing.
That's
you know?
somebody trying to get their 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts. Oh.
Are they still in the room?
Still, where the fuck are they now? Oh, they're in the
Going in
basement. Oh, they
cellar.
fell through the.
Okay, well,
He
it's
fell through like 3 floors.
they're
or
roughly
something,
in
and-
that room for 16 minutes.
Yeah, it's
Jesus.
ridiculous.
They're like, oh, we spent a lot of money on these blood effects, so we got to use it.
Why would you touch it? Why the fuck did she do that?
She didn't. She just hover-handed it.
No, she didn't. She pushed on it.
You remember that one? Remember when the Saturday Night Live guy, he was hover-handing the titties and got in trouble?
Oh yeah, Al Franken.
Hey, look, here's a picture of me not touching titties. Look how I'm touching them.
He resigned.
Yeah, I know.
He had held office for a long time.
And it happened before he was even running for office, wasn't it?
No, it was during, most definitely.
I thought it was while he was on Saturday Night Live.
No, he was older. No, it was recent. It was somewhat recent.
Oh. Remember Saturday Night Live?
God, the show is so terrible now.
I used to have that
Sad.
Farley, that best of Farley,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's good shit.
and you had what's his name, when he'd go on that show and it's like, you sell these toys to children.
Oh, Dan Aykroyd, you mean?
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd. That
Bag
little
of
bit-
glass.
Bag of glass.
The invisible pedestrian.
He had one Johnny Space Commander, and it's just a piece of plastic and a rubber band that you put over your face and neck.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, SNL is just way too political now, man. It's just all political
absolutely.
jokes. Every skit is political. It's like, I'm fucking tired of it. Everything is, man. I stopped watching Conan O'Brien too. Conan O'Brien, and I'm a fan of Conan O'Brien. He was the only late night guy I watched because he didn't quite go that cheap route like they all did. Colbert does it. Everybody kind of went the political route. Whoever's in office, and he never did that. Now he's doing it nonstop, and I can't fucking deal with it. I'm tired of hearing about that. Doesn't anybody want to watch any of these comedy late night shows and just hear something that's not political? Like, why do we want to fucking get that shoved down our throats all day?
Ridiculous. It's got so out of control. Like
It's like, can I hear some jokes that are something else? Like, take
That
my
was
mind
always
off
my
of.
favorite comedians. George Carlin.
Yeah, I'm talking. There's enough people. There's enough people doing that, and it's just, come on, give me a break.
I mean, I guess a stand-up act is. I mean, because the recent Dave Chappelle has got a little bit of the political stuff in there, but it's so masterfully handled.
Yeah,
You know, it's like it's fucking hilarious. So that's a little different than say
it's hard
watching
to
like
ignore. It's hard to ignore completely.
Jimmy Kimmel or some Jimmy Kimmel fucking crying every night about,
Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh no, there's fucking kids dying. I'm so sad. Fuck you, Jimmy.
No, I'm just saying. No, Jimmy Kimmel. It's just jokes all the time. Conan O'Brien. It's nonstop Trump jokes. It's like we get it, and all it does is further wedge a divide between people. That's all it does. All it does is empower the one half of the country, because all celebrity and all TV, they think the whole country thinks like them because it's on TV. It's not the case. All while the middle America and the other half of the country who still watch Conan and all his shows gets pissed. It's like it's fucking doesn't solve anything.
They get triggered.
It's stupid.
I literally have not watched a late night TV show in probably a year or something.
Yeah, it's
I just can't take it. That and SNL. Every time
I've never watched late night shows.
SNL is just fucking stoinks lately. It's just so fucking bad, dude.
Did you say stoinks?
Dude,
stoinks.
Dude, not only do they have recurring Trump segments, they have Sean Spicer segments. They have everybody in that. Everybody. It's like, we don't need all these characters. We got it. They always did a president. Phil Hartman. They always did a president. Going way back, they always kind of tackle the president. But dude, they have gotten way out of control with this one. It's like everybody has
Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin.
Who's that lesbian chick that played Hillary Clinton?
Oh, Kate McKinnon.
Yeah. I would have sex with her face.
Oh, dude, did you see? Okay, Kate McKinnon, when the Saturday immediately following the election, when Hillary lost, did you see how they opened up that SNL?
Oh, the Hallelujah piano rendition.
Dude, I vomited. Oh my God,
give me a fucking break.
Cringy.
Dude.
Was that when Leonard Cohen died?
Dude, it was a cold open with her singing Hallelujah in the Hillary Clinton costume, on the piano, singing it, and acting like we'll be strong together. I'm like, you're not speaking for every fucking buddy.
It's just so overly dramatic. It's like the world is
overly dramatic, and it's almost asinine to think you really think you're speaking for everybody. That's my biggest thing, is like people that refuse to believe that the world isn't bigger than themselves. Like, the world is a big place. I don't know. Now I'm getting triggered, Zach. I'm done talking about it.
I know. I got triggered a lot.
Like, we'll be strong. We'll make it through this. Let's try. I know nobody is in the mood tonight, but let's have some laughs. I'm like, I'm fucking having a great time, bitch.
They figured, like, well, we're talking for everybody that isn't a fucking retard.
Oh.
See, I like to push the buttons sometimes.
Zach, when he knows he's being cheeky, he laughs like that fucking that dog of the bad guy in Smurfs.
Exactly.
What's that fucking bad guy's name? Something Mort, something
Gargamel.
Whatever.
Gargamel. Yeah. Look, how she played the demons. How you gonna trick a demon? Don't you think they just know?
Yeah,
she's so obviously standing on something too.
Yeah.
Remember when they fucking hung the freaking Big Boss Man in the fucking cage match, or whatever it was, and it was like, that ain't tight enough to be choking them. It's like that. We see that shit right away. She didn't kill herself.
You have no idea.
That's exactly the first thing she'd say after seeing regular people.
Where'd the Furlong go? He didn't make it?
Guess not. Just like his career. There's a parallel here with his career. Didn't make it. And they're just why is she just letting him go in there? Why isn't she telling these people?
Because it's daytime. They can't do nothing now. Well, actually, I think it was only broken if she jumped down. So she didn't do it.
Oh, Zach, this movie's horrible. I don't know what I was thinking. I never thought it was good, but I'm like, I don't even think it's like tolerable anymore. It's not good at all.
Oh, the Furlong to titties, that makes it tolerable.
There's Google for that. I mean,
I can't see Furlong with some titties in Google.
Yeah, I'm sure you could take. There's easier ways to get that without having to sit through an hour and a half.
With titties.
Oh, okay. I've sent you fat Furlong pictures with titties.
I'm gonna see what else this director made.
It's not good.
Yeah, I meant to look up who the director of this movie was. I just lost interest.
Anybody else regret doing this movie?
Hey, at least it's out of the way. Let's put it that way.
It is what it is.
Adam Girish.
Girish.
Girish. Yeah. Let's see.
He did the Toolbox Murders remake. That was shitty.
Oh, he looks like a total fucking tool too.
That fucking movie sucks, man.
Oh no, he didn't direct it. He was an
That's
actor.
Toby
in it.
Hooper.
Yeah,
that's Toby Hooper.
did that. Yeah.
That's a shitty Toby Hooper movie, along with Mortuary. Fuck, Toby Hooper. Like I said, when he passed away, I compared him to Romero. Like, they're both directors that had a couple of really good movies, and they had nothing else after that.
He's just got a couple other crappy.
I'm not recognizing anything.
Things that are his. Yeah.
Yeah, this is fucking shitty. How long do these credits go on? Fucking way too long. Over 3 minutes? My ass.
He's working on a TV series called Blackbird. Make sure you stay away from that, apparently. Edward Furlong, there's his credit, baby. I want to suck his dick.
What's Edward Furlong doing?
Let's see.
What's he got in the pipeline?
If you type in for Edward, he's the fourth name that pops up. Maybe that's good.
Is he... Oh, okay. That's good?
Maybe.
Eddie Van Halen.
Karma. And he's still working.
He's got one upcoming project. Yeah, he's doing a movie called Karma, apparently.
Oh, he's in that fan-made Star Trek series.
The fan-made one?
Star Trek Renegades.
It's a fan-made one?
It's not a legit series as far as I know.
What's that one that's on CBS right now? It's only on CBS Online.
Discovery.
Discovery, yeah.
They should put him in that. He should be the captain. I'd come. He can go around looking for universes that are places that are ran by Terminators to build his army. I would come.
How did this many people make this movie? Sometimes I'm blown away at like how many people made a shitty movie.
You think this was one of those movies where they're like, "Oh, this is too awful to put out to mainstream"? Like they just said, "Fuck it," or it was shelved for a while and they finally just put it out on DVD.
Yeah, it might have. It does kind of scream something like that. Like it'd been out for a couple of years.
I think it did sit on the shelf for a while.
Yeah, it looks like shit.
I would have been fucking pissed if I saw this in a theater and it was this fucking turd.
This is the kind of thing that in 2009, this would have been the thing that you could rent at like Family Video. You know, the kind of movie I'd rent. Like, okay, let's see what's up.
Mm-hmm.
I did rent this from Family Video in 2009.
Okay. Dude, Zach still has a Family Video. He still goes to Family Video. We don't.
Really?
I live in the Phoenix metro area. We don't have a single video rental store anywhere. There's not one. They're dead. And he has a Family Video in his small town.
There's definitely not any around here where I live.
I don't know how this store, Zach says, what, you pay like $1 for like a movie for 5 days or whatever, or like a video.
Yeah, how do they stay in business?
Yeah, that's what I said. How do they keep the lights on?
It's not that cheap for a movie. It's like $3 for a game for 5 days.
But why would anybody go there? Like, there's other ways to get this stuff. That's so weird to me. Do they have like one person?
I don't know.
You have to be a nerd like us, you know?
Yeah.
Do they have like one 16-year-old making minimum wage holding the fort down?
I don't know.
They can't staff much. There's no way.
It could be one of those types of places, that has like a lot of like obscure films and foreign films.
They really don't.
Are hard to get your.
It's a Family Video. Yeah, it's like.
That's what sucks about it. But yeah, I go there mostly just to rent games before I buy them and see if I like them.
I was going to ask you, back in the day, were you guys more of a Blockbuster or Hollywood?
Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Blockbuster.
I think I was a Hollywood guy towards the end there. Fucking Blockbuster got terrible with the late fees. Yeah. I remember them they were getting lawsuits and shit after a credit scene.
It wasn't even much of one. It was just this guy getting oral.
I guess
he nuts at the end or something.
He's been going that long, I guess.
I don't know. But we'll leave it off there.
She must be fucking terrible at giving head.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I feel like
raw and shit.
I feel like we have to next time reward ourselves with a good movie. That's the way we have to do it. I can't watch another piece of shit like this. I think Cowboy Way sounds awesome, Zach. Cowboy Way, and I want to do Harley Davidson or whatever. But let us know. Keep the suggestions coming. I know there's been a lot of suggestions coming, and I need to go through them and check them out because we've been getting a lot of suggestions. Some really weird shit, some common shit, some really off the wall shit that I've never heard of. But I'll go through it, make a short list, and I'll give them to you, Zach, and we'll see what we can do and see what
next time I come back on the channel. Let's do something non-horror because I don't get a chance to do a lot of non-horror movies. So,
like
it'd be cool to do something like kind of. Yeah. You guys, I think you're due to come on to my show next. So,
yeah,
we'll work that out for sure. But
yeah, no worries. So, but let us know. Keep stuff coming as far as suggestions. Keep the questions coming. You know what? I guess maybe I should read a couple of comments because I've been doing that every episode. So let me find it. Let me pull up a couple real quick. It's only fair.
Yeah, go for it.
A lot of old shit, man. That's kind of cool. I like how, I swear to you, man, the Pet Sematary 2 commentary has the most comments and has the most people talking still. Like, people love that one.
Mm-hmm.
Was that your first one, Zach?
I think so, yeah.
Or was it Evil Tunes?
I
think it was Evil Tunes.
It was Pet Sematary because we did that one and then we did Brain Scan right after. And then Evil Tunes was the next.
Oh, okay.
Just a lot of people relating to the stories that we would tell. I've never seen this person comment before. I don't think they have. They say, Mr. Immortals with a Z. This was my first horror movie I watched, and it was when I was a kid with my brother being sneaky and watching it with low volume so my parents didn't know we were watching it. We had a satellite dish in our front lawn that was big enough to shoot data to the moon, stealing free TV channels back in the day. Also, I agree, all the music for this movie was kick-ass. Thank you, Mr. Immortals. And as I was, those were the days, man, where I used to have to watch the movies in the basement because that was the farthest away from anybody. I used to watch all the bad movies, and I'd be in the basement, and I'd still keep it low because I didn't want the sound traveling through the vent system. You know, and it wasn't even just like horror movies. It was when I was watching Skinamax, Blurry, or even Beavis and Butthead. Like, that stuff was forbidden as well. We have Gage Stent. He commented on our Dawn of the Dead, Zach. Fucking funny. And yeah, there was something extremely likable about Scott Bakula. Loved Quantum Leap as a kid. I never wanted him to be my dad, though. LMAO.
You guys are closet cases.
Maybe. I'm going to show some love to, Gage Stent also commented, he quoted us on our Jack Frost, Michael Keaton movie, and he just, laughed his ass off at quote unquote suburban fags. It's a pretty good quote. And, I'll close it off with, Danielle and Joey Wilkerson. We're speaking to Joey Wilkerson. He's been listening to a lot lately and he's been commenting on every video. So that's much appreciated. He, listened to the Elm Street 2 commentary. And he said he was commenting on a particular part. Let me go ahead and hit his timestamp so you can listen to it. And
how did he know it was Freddy Krueger?
Just him asking that?
What happened?
That was the timestamp he put. You asking how did he know it was Freddy Krueger? And he answers, I bet this was the 90s survival horror video games inspiration for diaries and journals you would find on those games. Basically, everybody leaving exposition for everybody to find.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and there's other ones too. We'll go ahead and finish off and we'll comment more stuff next time. So keep those coming. Check out Mac and Zach Save the World on their channel. We got Zach doing some slapstick shit. They do a lot of drunken commentaries with his cohort Mac. They're hilarious. Check out Josh James at the R-Rated Horror Commentary channel. Obviously, our other shows like mine, the Deep End with Aaron Lipscomb, and we're going to be doing. Do you want to talk about the Retro Rampage real quick, Zach? That we're going to kind of redo that and have that be a more regular thing.
Yeah, you just said everything you needed to say. That's it.
I wanted him to elaborate. We're going to start doing that a little bit. We're going to try and do a video once a week of that. And it's not to be taken seriously. The Retro Rampage used to be a podcast, and it's still kind of like that, but now we're going to be playing games and commentating over that while we're talking about it. They're fun. It doesn't mean that we're going to do less of the commentaries, so it's just more content. If you like games, check them out. If you don't, keep watching the other stuff. It's no skin off my back, but they're fun. But let us know what you want, and if you guys do dig that, give us feedback on maybe what you want us to play or talk about. So same as everything else. But that's all I got. Anything else, guys?
Yeah, you guys should definitely throw up a regular. You guys were doing kind of the topical podcast there for a while.
Yeah, we need to do
with
some more episodes.
Riverman stuff. Oh, yeah,
well,
I really like those podcasts too because I always feel compelled to engage with the movie when I listen to your commentaries and stuff. So it's nice to just listen to you guys talk about topics of the day or whatever.
And I agree, but here's the thing. I don't want to stretch out too far. I don't want to be Zach's mom's vagina, right? So if we have too many shows, we've done that before, where we committed to too many shows, and then a couple of them kind of falter. You know, we don't keep up. And as much as it's cool to watch the commentaries along with the movie, most people don't do that. They don't.
Yeah.
I don't even do it anymore. I don't. I listen to it like a podcast, and that's why Zach and I. You know the people. You know the people that do watch them with the movies. It's the people that complain on the YouTube channel. You know, you guys actually fucking talk about the movie, please. Okay, that's so mine. You know, that's those people. But we don't see it like that. It's a podcast as this is our vehicle, but we talk about whatever, you know, we don't care. I think for a little bit at the start, we were trying to really stay on the movie, and then we just learned, like, you know what, who gives a shit? If I want to like watch this shitty movie and then all of a sudden talk about Corey Feldman getting diddled, so be it. We'll talk about what's going on in the modern era. So I don't know, Zach, what's your opinion on that? This is pretty good. I mean, wouldn't it be, because we were doing these, and then we were every now and a blue moon, just kind of inconsistently doing sort of a regular topical podcast. Is it worth doing if we can't do it all the time? And can we really afford to have another regular podcast, you know?
Yeah, I think like just every once in a while we do one. Those are actually the episodes that are way easier to like edit and get out, oddly enough.
So we can do them. They just would not be regular because, I mean, if we have this, which I consider our podcast and the commentaries, because this is what Behind the Mask has sort of become, and I like it. I wouldn't want to get rid of these. And then I get my rocks off now trying to do the deep end, which is topical, not necessarily movies or anything. And then I think with the gaming thing will be fun too. And then you got Mac and Zach. I don't know. Somebody want to join the team and do a fucking topical podcast? Be my guest. It's like let me know. But
I was thinking about starting an ASMR podcast on the network.
The talk like this.
Yeah, I could get some pickles and just eat them into the mic.
You know, I know it is. I know the thing is I know you're joking, but I have thought about that like legit. Like, no, I'm serious. Like, we're gonna do the role play.
We should do a whole episode where we're just.
We should do a Tao ASMR.
I'm gonna suck your dick, Josh. And I'm gonna smack in the jaws. Just, it's okay, Josh. It's okay. Just suck my dick, Josh. It's okay. I'm gonna finger your dad.
Yeah, I know. It's just
like subliminal messages.
You know what's funny is I couldn't actually hear you. You're talking so quiet. So hearing it will be like mind blowing. It's like, ow!
That's what they do. It's just like they like all the smacks. It's like it's
let's all do it into the mic at the same time. Let's all do it at the same time for a minute. We just ASMR triggered so many people. They were coming, but dude, not really.
They have the, okay, I'm gonna say this is weird. Like they have these people that do it on YouTube, whatever, and they do role play ASMR. And there is this one chick. She is so fucking hot, and I subscribe to her channel not because I actually like watch that stuff, but she's so hot, and she'll do like the ASMR videos, and she'll role play like Wizard of Oz, and she'll be Dorothy.
I think I've seen her. I think I know.
Can I ask what her name is? Because it's probably the same chick I follow.
Dude, she has a lot of subs. It probably is, and she's hot, is she not?
Is she like blonde?
Does she? Yeah, she's blonde. I was gonna say, and she's thin.
She's cute though, right? I'm not on drugs.
Yeah, if this is the same one, I just don't know if it is.
And I'm sorry, there's something about her, like, because she does everything straight into the camera, like she's looking at you.
Does she have a video where she's talking about the Mass Effect series?
I don't know. I haven't seen all of her stuff, but she'll do it. She'll be like in a Dorothy outfit or whatever she's role playing at. She'll be talking to you like you're the Tin Man, and she'll just be doing it. Tin Man, we gotta go. We gotta get to the wizard. You gotta help me. Pull my little gun.
They actually have Pornhub videos like that too.
It doesn't, dude. I can't even imagine, because that's enough for me. Like, fuck, I could probably beat off to that. Okay. Anyway, that's enough plugging of that. Maybe we should. That's actually a pretty fucking good idea. Zach.
This is a very informative podcast, man.
There we go. You want a topical.
Some like fucking 12-year-old kid out there listening to this shit.
That's funny. You know what, Zach? I think we should do a comedy podcast one time and just do all ASMR. Like, and we should actually legit do the podcast. And
try not to laugh. Like,
so to do that, we would literally have to turn the gain all the way down, right? To write the mic. You know, because it's going to be like real spitty. Anyway, let us know what you think of that fucking idea. It's interesting. But that's all we got. Until next time.
Go ahead. Wait. Go ahead
what?
and give us all your websites, Josh, if you want to.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's just the R-rated horror commentary podcast on YouTube, and then Facebook.com/R-rated horror, Facebook.com/JoshJamesCreative, and JoshJamesCreative.com. That's it.
Hell yeah!
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Check it out.
Bye, puppets. Bye, puppets. Bye.